Hi guys, Alex, Peak Performance Reviews. Welcome to another vlog and welcome to another car review. And today is a bit of a special one. I'm here at Millbrook Proving Ground. I'm going around the hill climb section and I'm going to be out in the Porsche GT4 RS Spyder. So Spyder version of the GT4 RS. It's not strictly called that, you'll see it from the title, but I am going to be going out in a proper full-blooded RS Porsche. Cannot wait. So anyway, if you've got any questions, hit us up in the comment section. But yeah, enjoy the video and hopefully enjoy it as much as I am driving. But of course you probably won't, but you know what I mean. Enjoy. So as I said per the title, I am in something that effectively is a GT4 or a GT4 RS, but they call it the 718 Spyder RS, but it's basically a GT4 RS with a convertible rooftop, and yeah, it's got that that beautiful 4-litre naturally aspirated GT3 engine. Yes, a Porsche GT3 engine, 500 horsepower, 450 newton meters of torque. Ignore that, it's got 500 horsepower and a engine in it that has a red line of 9,000, I almost said 7,000, no, 9,000 RPM. Yes, basically it's a GT3 stroke GT4 mashup, and it is meant to be quite a raw affair. Got these beautiful bucket seats, and it's worth noting that this is a Visage, I'm not sure whether I say that right, a Visage packaged car. So it starts life at around £120,000. This one's got about £10,000–15,000 of bolt-on, so just over £130,000. I think the Visec package is around £9,000 or nearly 10. And it makes everything amped up and turned up to 11. It is a lot more of a raw car. So there's not a lot of sound deadening. There's lots of aluminium used, carbon fibre bonnet, carbon fibre this, carbon fibre that, and it means that the net result is you have a car that weighs 1,410 kilograms. Yeah, so it's light, an absolute lightweight, 500 horsepower, 9,000 RPM red line monster, and this thing is meant to be amazing. The GT4 Gen 2 was one of the best cars I've ever driven in my life. Point A to point B, that car is quicker at covering ground than anything I can think of. It was perfection personified. Now this is meant to be, and is likely to be, that much more rawer, but it's a Porsche. They know what they're doing with the handling dynamics on a car. So yeah, we've got it in like a normal drive mode at the moment. I'm going to put it in PDK Sport so it goes a little bit more naughty. Put the exhaust on, you'll probably hear. And I'm going to manually shift it. Woo! Straight away already, this feels just amazing. But yeah. Mid-engine, rear-wheel drive, so we've got to be a bit careful. Woo. It lets you hang on to the revs. Fucking hell! Holy rear-wheel drive, mid-engine, look at the chassis. The brakes are unbelievable. Engine response is incredible. I'm just on this Millbrook hill climb. It is just absolutely glorious. 4-litre naturally aspirated engine from a GT3 car. Oh wow guys, I don't need to tell you much more on this. I'm just going to ramp it down just so you can hear me, because I want to kind of debrief on what I've basically seen from just that short little drive. Engine and throttle response is the best you can think of from an engine. Brakes, nice and firm under pedal, very responsive. See if it goes right over there. Woohoo! The suspension is, don't get me wrong, very, very firm. It is not soft at all, but it's a race car for the road. But it's hard, but it's not hard, too hard. But this is me. I come from a family of almost racing, so I like cars very raw and raucous. So this is not too hard for me. For some people, it may be a little bit hard, but considering it's hard and race-like, it actually handles the stiff suspension really well. And I'm told this does 0 to 60 in 3.1 seconds. I'm going to give it a launch. Oh, I tell you what, the car just absolutely launches, and at 5,000 or just before 5,000 RPM, this car then has an absolute party. It is such a quick car, honestly. But I tell you what, it actually takes the power. Some cars can be a little bit too raw, a little bit too fast for what. But this car just takes that 500 horsepower all day long. But yeah, how would it be to live with? Now look, you could daily this car. If you were someone like me, yes, you could daily this car. But would I? No, not really. Enjoying the chassis in the car. You could daily this, but realistically, you're not going to. That would never get old, though, I have to say. So, you know, look, could you daily this? Yes, you could. You'd have to like and be okay with very raw cars. I definitely am, so it doesn't bother me. But wow, what a car. What a car. Honestly, this is probably the best chassis car I've ever driven, and I have to say it actually does remind me of different sound, different feel, but very similar to the Ferrari 488 I've driven. That chassis was just unbelievable, and this is like that. And I wouldn't go as far to say as this possibly is better, but I am going to say it probably is. It's just fantastic. What a machine, what a car. I'm going to do one more lap of this awesome Millbrook hill climb circuit, and I'm going to do it almost without talking if I can, just to give you a little bit of 4-litre Porsche ASMR. Let's give it another little launch. 0 to 60, 0 to 62 is 3.4 seconds. Ready? And that was nearly that. 3.4 seconds from a naturally aspirated 4-litre engine car. What a machine. this is quite a raw, crazy car. It has got a plethora of really cool bits and bobs on this car. So it's loaded with all the essentials, all the things that you'd hope to have on a, you know, mild executive car or low entry executive car, in terms of, you know, things like USB connections and things like that, aircon, the normal stuff. But obviously it's in a modern car, so you'd expect that. But I'm just kind of letting you know that it's not as, you know, it's not too raw. There's not like nothing on it. What some old cars that have been more race car like this, it has got all your little normal mod cons on it. And honestly, I don't think this is too raw all the time. I've got everything on dialed up to 11. Honestly, I could just drive this car over and over and over again. It's not jarring, it's not too raw, it's not too hard. You could live with this if you were someone like me who likes very dynamic cars. You'd be absolutely fine to live with this. It's not the kind of car that you would like to rack up huge mileage on anyway, to be honest with you. So I wouldn't expect many people or anyone to want to have this as a daily car, but I'd certainly be reaching for the keys for it daily. But yeah, that gives me now a bit of time to talk. I've just up the revs, going through the gears. I can't even get my words out. I'm that speechless as such. Wow, it's not often a car makes me feel almost emotional as to how unbelievably good it is, how unbelievably close to perfection it is. But this car, honestly, just listen one more time. Honestly, it's cars like this that almost make you emotional when you drive, because that right there and this right here is what they call automotive perfection. And if you can get your name on a list for something like this, realistically it's a £120,000 car. When you drive something like this, it feels like a kind of car that is £250,000 to £500,000. And I haven't driven many cars like that, but I have driven those cars. And genuinely, you drive them and you understand why they're so expensive. But this is a car that starts life at £120,000. Yes, they're exchanging hands now on the second-hand market for, I think, 190, even 250, £250,000, like what I was saying. But if you can get them for a little bit less than that, or for book price, you'd absolutely be laughing, because honestly, you have, or would have in your hands underneath you, one of the greatest automotive inventions stroke cars on the market that anyone or any manufacturer has ever produced. That is how good this car is. And yeah, I honestly think this is the best car I have ever driven now, and it's a privilege to have been able to drive this. So thank you to Porsche GB and Millbrook, the guys at Millbrook. And wow, I'm going to end it there. I hope you've enjoyed the video, guys. As always, like, share, comment and subscribe. See you again in the next one. Bye for now.